morning, fellas. How are you?
Good.
Hey, I'm just curious after listening to your intro, what do you do with a XXX lime green t-shirt? That's
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you do. You wear it over a winter coat.
Yes.
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 And then you golf in it at the
Right.
Chili Classic. So that's
Right.
what we'll be doing.
During a winter golf outing.
Correct.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
what time do you you knew last night you were going to have a snow day. That's
No.
fun. Really?
No.
What time did you make the call?
We had a wrestling meet last
Oh,
night,
okay.
which was, I'm not sure how to say this in a polite way, but that we pounded cold water.
Well, yeah, I read the score. You guys crushed them.
And so it was fairly quick, and I drove home, and at that point, it was windy.
Yeah.
But by the time I got home, the wind had calmed down. It was one of those marginal days, to be quite honest with you. I think probably life would have been okay if we would have been in session. But sometimes when you're making decisions at 4:45 or 5 in the morning,
What time does the call go out for you guys?
The goal.
Yeah.
I get up at 4:30, and I've just gotten to the point where, regardless of the day, I just, for consistency, get up at 4:30.
Yeah.
Watch the news, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we shoot for 5 a.m.
Oh.
They have the latest 5:15 at Northwest.
Good.
We have our bus runs are long enough that I want to, for our food service folks and our transportation folks, I would really like to catch them before they get out on the road, if possible.
Sure.
It's not always possible, but so.
Well, job well done.
Well, it's a thankless part of the job. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
And typically, like many other things, most of the time, regardless whether you have school or do not have school, there's some happy people and not so happy people.
Yeah.
You'd think everybody wanted a day off.
That's
not true.
No. Yeah.
So
safety is the number one priority.
it is what it is, and that's the beautiful thing about a day like today, that people can question it, but kids are safe. That's the biggest thing. And speaking of snow days too, people don't understand. It's not that whether I can get there in my 4-wheel drive vehicle, being an adult.
Right.
It's teenagers out on the road and buses back in neighborhoods.
Correct.
And that's where it's at. It's not whether I-94 is cleared off or M60 or M50 or whatever. So anyway,
good point.
There we go. Snow days. I could talk about snow days. So much experience, fellas.
Today you brought some photos of the new cafeteria space at the middle school. I'm anxious to see that in person.
Me too.
We are really excited about this. I know it sounds fairly simplistic of creating new cafeteria space, but this is something that was long overdue. With the expansion of our student body,
It's Marshall.
For 7 or 8 years, we have literally been splitting the kids between our actual cafeteria space and our media center, which really created a challenging scenario staff-wise as far as staffing it. So not only will we use this for lunches, but it's a great common space for grade level meetings and so on. Our class sizes, grade level, I should say, sizes, are anywhere from 250 to 300. And so even with a class of 300, grade level of 300, they could have grade level meetings in that space. And that's the first time that we've had that type of space at the middle school. We do it at the high school, so we're really excited about it, and we're ahead of schedule on all the construction.
That's great.
Both elementaries are done, and we will be wrapping up the final construction phase of the middle school here in about a month. So things are just popping, right?
Great.
If anything, we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So that's
great.
Can't say enough. Good stuff. I don't mean to say everything's perfect at Northwest, but what do you think? Close.
Sounds like it. It sounds like it is. I mean, I haven't heard anything bad.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's right.
Can people enroll at Northwest?
Yeah, we actually, ironically, we are concluding our open enrollment or school of choice for mid-year tomorrow, Friday. And you can either call us at 817-4725, or really the easiest route is to go to nwschools.org and you can start the process online. And then if you run into any snags, reach out. But yeah, we've had a good response. Obviously, it's not as big of open enrollment as it is in the spring and summer for the following school year. But apparently, there's been many people itching to come to Northwest because things are hopping. So that's a good problem.
Is it complicated? Is there like a DocuSign or
It's
anything?
like the NCAA.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's much easier than that. You talk about parameters changing. When we looked at the difference, and I won't dwell on this, but in a 2-year time frame, the difference in the paperwork for NCAA for scholarships from Ella to Josie, keeping in mind they're a whopping 2 years apart from each other, you talk about paradigm shifting, and they look at now with the NIL and transfer portal, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to
anyways,
follow.
That's
really.
a whole. It's very challenging. So, having said that, this is easy peasy compared to anything NCAA.
We've been, Geoff, we've been celebrating School Board Appreciation Month, and I know you're a big fan of your board.
I am. I tell you what. I know I'm partial, but I flat out have the best board. I mean, we have such a good mix of their backgrounds to bring expertise. They have been so supportive from the standpoint of, if you think about it, majority of those people have been on the board for multiple terms, and because of that, we've passed 3 bonds. We've been in constant construction since I've been there, and like I've said before, without the support of and approval of the board, there's no way that would happen. So, shout out to our school board, President Waite. My guess is President Waite may be watching right now.
President Waite. I'm going to start calling him that.
Hey, do me a favor when you see him. He really likes El Presidente.
Okay.
I have no idea why.
Got it.
But
I might call him today just to say that.
But when you do, make sure you keep a straight face. You can't laugh.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Okay. No problem.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
We are
Northwest.
Go.
You got
You say it.
Start over.
Ramp it up.
Go.
Go Mounties!
Yeah, you
All
gotta
right.
say it. You gotta bring it from down here.
Throaty. Geoff Bontrager. More of the morning show after this.